it's Mrs. Sawtell. How do I manage my feelings? I count to 10 in my head a lot before I respond. I think about the feeling inside my tummy and think about not reacting until I've just gathered my thoughts. And what do I do for my mental well-being? I read. I read stories about places far away, and I read stories about where I live in Weymouth. I read poetry. I read things to do with the past, because that helps me realise that other people have difficulties, not just us. I read wonderful poetry about times gone by and times still to come. I read books that help me to think about travel and other parts of the world. And most of all, I just read to enjoy myself.
So, thinking about my feelings, how do I deal with them? I try and talk to people. I find that really helps. And I get outside. I get outside as much as I can. I love the beach, I love the woods. I see something that I like and I just think about that. But most importantly for me, I find that I just talk to people really. And that really, really helps me. Always talk. It's good to talk.
So it's a really interesting question. How do I manage my feelings? I suppose the most important thing is to recognise those feelings. So if I'm feeling angry, stressed, upset about something, before I react, I'll have a little think and identify what it is that's going wrong, and probably give myself some time out. Go for a walk, definitely, fresh air. Sunshine, my number one best thing ever for keeping healthy, good mental health. And talking to friends, listening to music, singing, dancing. And often if I'm feeling a little bit down, maybe a little bit miserable, what I'll try and do is be kind to other people, help other people, and just do a good thing for somebody else. I don't know, there's something magic in that, isn't there? It kind of makes you feel a whole heap better. Anyway, that's mine.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Craddock and I work in the school office. Now, I have a few ways that I manage my feelings. The main way is by talking to either friends or family about how I feel. I find that really helps. But sometimes I just want a bit of space and I don't feel like talking to people. I might just go for a walk or a run. Sometimes deep breathing helps me just to relax and clear my mind. One thing that I do at home is listen to something called Sitting Still Like a Frog. And this is a really good book, and you can listen to it on YouTube or the Sitting Still Like a Frog website. And there's also an app called SoundCloud. You can listen to it for free. And there's lots of different exercises that teaches adults and children about mindfulness. And even if you just did one exercise a night before bedtime, it really helps you get to sleep, and also helps you to deal with your feelings when you're feeling stressed. With regards to mental health, I've already said that exercise is really good, and talking or spending time with friends or family is really good. Spending time in nature I find really helps. I love going to the woods, maybe making a den, or even just going to the beach and throwing some stones into the sea. I find that really helps. And lastly, one of the things that I do is I'm a bit of a list keeper. I love writing lists. It might be things I've got to do at home, jobs around the house, jobs I've got to do for work, lots of shopping lists. And then when I finish one of those activities, I tick it off, and it just makes me feel better. It helps me to feel organised and calm and in control of everything that I've got to do. I hope that helps.
Hiya, Mr. Biddle here. Mental Health Week. All right. I manage my feelings by doing exercise. Don't think that'll surprise anybody. But for me, running is the thing that I do to get my heart rate up, to make me feel a little bit tired afterwards, and to give me the headspace to think and consider things and problem solve where necessary, and then come back refreshed. What do I do for my mental health? I try and always control the controllables, the things that I can act on, the things that I can do, the things that I can influence completely. If there are things out there that I can't influence and I can't control, then as much as possible, I try not to worry about them.
My name is Mrs. Deeney, and I'm part of the wellbeing team. But as a human being, I need to look out for my well-being. So when I'm feeling down or I'm feeling anxious or I'm worried about something, I find that rather than keeping it to myself, I talk to a trusted family member, and that could be any family member, not just mum and dad or my husband. It could be my son or my daughter or grandparent. And I find that a problem shared, you manage to untangle it in your head, and it really helps. What also helps is doing nice things together as a family or with friends, going out for a meal, just generally having a chat around somebody's house when we can, and enjoying the sun as well now that we've got the sun. So that's how I manage my well-being.
Hi, my name's Amanda.
My name's Mel, and we both work in the office.
I manage my feelings by turning everything into a positive if I can.
And I manage mine by taking long, slow, deep breaths and sometimes counting to 10 in my head.
To help me with my mental health, I like to go walk my dog and go swimming in the sea at the beach.
And for my mental health and well-being, I like to take early morning runs along the seafront.
This year we have been swimming at Easter Sunday already. I had a nice cold dip.
It was freezing, but good fun and good for our spirits.
Hello, Mrs. Top here. How do I manage my feelings? Well, I manage my feelings by talking to the people around me, my family, my friends, people that I can trust, and sharing my problems. That old saying of a problem shared is a problem halved. Also, being honest with myself when I'm aware maybe that things are getting too much, recognising that I'm finding things hard and not just trying to keep going and think that everything will be okay if I keep going, recognising my feelings when maybe I need to stop, take a breath and slow down a little bit. And then how do I manage my mental health? Well, I manage my mental health by keeping routine. That's really important to me. Planning things in the diary, so I've got things to look forward to, meeting up with friends, going out for meals, taking the kids out on nice days out. So I've got things to look forward to, and routine, just knowing where I am and what I'm doing really helps me as well. I also really enjoy listening to music, singing and playing the piano, and all those things really help my mood and my mental health when I can do them. And most of all, getting out in the fresh air, going for a walk, taking my children to the park, going for a walk in the woods with the kids, walking along the seafront. The difference that looking at the sea makes to my mental health is amazing. So I agree in the theme of this week of Mental Health Awareness Week is nature, and nature can help your mental health massively. It helps mine. See you soon.